My name is Colonel Tim Marsano. I'm the Idaho National Guard Public Affairs Officer. Mr. and Mrs. Bergdahl asked at the outset of this ordeal 5 years ago for assistance with the media, and as part of a very large military, diplomatic, and other governmental agency team, Dr. Brad Komrowski-Poppin, Major Kevin Hickey, and I have been assisting them for years now with matters large and small. I'd like to say that it's been one of the great honors of my own career to assist this soldier's family during their time of need, and I know Major Hickey and Doc Poppin feel the same way. We welcome members of the media and the many Idahoans with us here today who have supported the POW MIA cause and who specifically have supported the Bergdahl family throughout this 5-year ordeal. And I know Bob and Jani have some more words on that. Those of us who serve in uniform have grieved with the families of our brothers and sisters who have made the ultimate sacrifice. And we share the agony of those who have come back from our wars with physical and mental scars. Our thoughts are with them always. But today we have the opportunity to share in the joy of one family whose son is coming home to them. The Bergdahls have been through an ordeal the rest of us can only imagine, and I know we're all pleased to see a happy outcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bob and Jani Bergdahl.
Thank you so much. Please forgive me if I do end up reading this. I'm going to try not to, but I probably will. Today I'm going to address my son. I love you, Bo. I'm so very proud of you. And of course, all of your very large family would also like me to tell you that they love you also and are also very proud of you. We've been working very, very hard for your release these last 5 years, along with the whole of our government, even other governments, and most especially, of course, Qatar, never losing hope in you or for you. Right now, so many people are in place to assist you in all the aspects of your recovery to full health. Trust them. It's okay. And give yourself all of the time you need to recover and decompress. There is no hurry. You have your life ahead of you. We continue in our minute-by-minute prayers for you as you go through this healing process, and we praise God for your freedom. I think you may be very surprised at the number of people who have gathered you into their hearts, at home in the valley, here all over Idaho, across the country, and around the world. You have a very amazing support system among all of these people. I'm so looking forward to seeing your face after these last 5.5 years, long, long years, and to giving you a great big bear hug and holding you in my arms again, never wanting to let you go. Our family, your family, is strong in faith and hope. You are from a strong tribe. You are even stronger now. 5 years is a seemingly endless long time, but you've made it. I imagine you are more patient and compassionate than ever. You are free. Freedom is yours. I will see you soon, my beloved son. I love you both.
I'd like to start in the back row and just go name by name by name of all of the people who have supported us from the beginning of this. And then we could go across the country and then across the world, and that would be appropriate. So unfortunately, we don't have the time, or the music will start playing and we have to leave. We're talking like this because we haven't talked to Bo yet. We haven't called him on the phone. Although you all know we have the capability to do that with satellite technology. There's reason for that, and that's because Bo has been gone so long that it's going to be very difficult to come back. It's like a diver going deep on a dive and has to stage back up through recompression to get the nitrogen bubbles out of the system. If he comes up too fast, it could kill him. And we're pretty resilient, Jani pointed out. Bo is still very resilient. He's passed through all the checkpoints with flying colors. But this is very well organized. As you can see by the gentleman on the end of the row there, Doc Poppin. He's our SEER psychologist. He is one of the men running this recovery and reintegration. And we've known Doc for how long? 4 or 5, the first year, the first summer, I think. So going all the way back there, we've had this kind of support behind us. And we're proud of that. We were always content with that. And it's so big and includes so many people that there's no way we can thank them all. So if we did, we would miss people, and then we'd feel guilty, and we don't want to do that. So Bo, let me say to you, let me start over again now that I've explained the context of this. Bo, I love you. I'm your father. Zeabayem. I've written to you over and over. Tasopa English Ipege. Can you speak English still? I would write him. But now, I hope that when you hear this, and when you're ready to hear this, and when you see this, I hope your English is coming back, and I want you to know that I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of your character. I'm so proud of your patience and your perseverance. I am so proud of your cultural abilities to adapt, your language skills, your desire and your action to serve this country in a very difficult, long war. But most of all, I'm proud of how much you wanted to help the Afghan people and what you were willing to do to go to that length. I'll say it again. I'm so proud of how far you were willing to go to help the Afghan people. And I think you have succeeded. Your ability to adapt in the harsh conditions for 5 years is an amazing testimony of human endurance and is hope for the loved ones of people who still have captive loved ones all over the world. Fata, Syria, Nigeria, Egypt, Pakistan. So we, as a family, well, now we feel guilty because Bo is safe and he's coming home, and you're still suffering. But we haven't forgotten you. This is going to be the slowest press conference in history because I'm going to pick through these notes that I just wrote coming in on the airplane. The ethos here, no one left behind. And General Dempsey, thank you for your comment the other day because typically he nailed it. The ethos is true. Bo, you were not left behind. I told you you wouldn't be left behind. But that wasn't easy. You'll never know how complicated this was in such a complicated area of responsibility. We will never meet most of the people that were involved in this. The ones we have met, we are extremely thankful, and we are even more thankful for the people that we will never meet. And they like it that way. That's what they do. Like the guys in the helicopters the other day. Bo, when you hear this, and eventually you will hear this. You have a very devoted team around you. Right now in Germany, listen to their instructions. We sent them. These are hand-picked people. We're on first-name basis with these people. They are true. They know what they're doing. They're here to help you. And they have our great gratitude. Especially to the recovery community and the SEER community. We just thank every single one of you. We are so proud of the way this was carried out. Again, too many people to thank. Those supporters, starting with back row or the middle row there, all you guys, the biker dudes and dudettes around America.
We do know some of you don't ride bikes, and it's okay.
AKA the biker dudes and dudettes. When you rode into Haley that day and conveyed that we were not alone, that was really good for our souls. And we'll never be able to thank you enough. Just amazing. And your day will come when we can do that for Bo as well, but we're just all going to have to be patient. So beginning with that group that day, the people in Haley, the Wood River Valley, you know, this little town in Idaho that was suddenly on the map, and then expanding from that in the Magic Valley and the Treasure Valley and all of Idaho. Just amazing. And we're so much like Afghanistan. I wish I could write a book about that. Our character is a lot alike. The mountain, desert environment breeds tough people. People who know how to farm here and make a living, and it's hard, but it makes you tough. And it does, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you tougher. And we're just so appreciative of people in Idaho. And then throughout America, huge support. And Bo's actually got, he's easily got millions of people around the world who are supporting him. My Twitter friends, my intelligence network, my analysis network, my language specialists, the people who fed me stuff I would otherwise miss. I hope I get to meet some of you. That's a virtual community, but it was so important to me. It kept me informed on stuff beyond my wildest dreams once it started to kick in. So thank you. I don't want to go into the big thank yous of every agency and department of the American government. We've tried to do that in the appropriate places. But you, as the American people, should know that should this ever happen to you, you will see parts of your government that you never knew were there. And you'll be so thankful for people like Doc Poppin and these people that come to your side. Particularly for our family. Major Kevin Hickey in the middle here, who is our casualty assistance officer, basically our right arm. He's our travel agent, our personal secretary, our personal anti-bureaucrat machine, the officer that had the skills and capabilities to take on what we call the Colossus eventually, because we were just overwhelmed with the scope of this, and the longer it went, the harder it got. So Major Hickey, I don't know what we would have done without you. Colonel Marsano came to our side and helped us understand what was happening in the media and how news cycles work, and just gave us an understanding of what to do. You don't know what to do. You're overwhelmed. So, Colonel Marsano, thank you. The Idaho National Guard, the facilities that we had to travel to for secure briefings, and the fact that you were there and so graciously willing to help, being led by Governor Otter at the top and General Saylor, and they're here, right? General Goodale. Thanks, guys. I mean, we felt like we were family. And we didn't have to travel to Washington every time we needed a briefing, because we could come here. Governor Butch Otter and Lori, personal support there was off the top, coming from the governor's office. They were there, and we knew they were there, and we knew that if we needed anything, they would continue to be there. It was unwavering support. Now I want to talk about the future, starting right now. So the recovery and reintegration of Bo Bergdahl is a work in progress. I want to really convey that, because it isn't over for us. In many ways, it's just beginning for Jani and I and our family. There's a long process here. So I'm asking our friends and our community and the media to be patient and to be respectful. Please recognize that we are still on a mission. We're still on recovery mode ourselves, let alone concerned about how Bo is going to come back and what we need to work on. Reintegration after this long must be carefully planned. Much of it is dependent on our family being unrestricted and focused on Bo's recovery. Someday, there will be a time for interviews and books and whatever. I have a lot to say about this. I know Bo's going to have a lot to say about this. But that's still a distant future thing. And I won't let things get in the way of Bo's recovery. That's about all we wanted to say. I've seen some of your questions from the media. Once we go down that road, we might as well have a 2-hour press conference. But we're going to move on to the next phase. We're going to go get some sleep. We're going to rally our families, and we're going to check with our people, and we're going to do the next step of the phase. So this is the way it's done. There's nothing wrong here. This is the way it works. And we appreciate you being here. We appreciate being back in Idaho. And we look forward to more interaction in the future. So thank you very much.